Yeah. Going along with what they're saying,
Yeah.
but not actually.
You're anti-trans.
So, if you don't know who Xander Hal is, he is a left-wing content creator. He streams. He is pro-trans. He was pro-Biden until Biden dropped out anyway, and I guess now he's pro-Kamala. He managed to burn bridges with loads of different creators, mostly in the Vorsh sphere. He's pretty much on his own now, and apparently his views aren't doing too well. I wanted to kind of kill two birds with one stone with this, because there's someone called Lucy Hayes, whose channel looks interesting to me, but I've never really watched on stream because I haven't found anything very suitable. So we'll see what they're saying. I already watched something else by a guy called Goddammit Malcolm, which I'm not going to show, but it was a good video, and I like his content. And he was fairly decisive on why he thinks that Xander Hal has fallen off, and I basically agree with him. And you should check out his channel, Goddammit Malcolm. But this one is someone else. I'm going to see what they're saying. But yeah, Xander Hal basically might be quitting streaming this year if his numbers don't improve. And we can't have that. We need Xander Hal to stick up for trans people. I mean, I'm not going to do it. I'm abusing the trans community or some shit, so, you know.
Can I show you guys something?
Yes.
Some behind-the-scenes YouTube stuff?
If you want.
I want to show you guys how YouTube works. Now, thankfully, I can say that the channel is actually in a really good spot right now. We're up over 20% in every metric currently, but a lot of that...
Wait, but
actually,
so why are you thinking about quitting? I was just gonna wait till the PS segment drops. President Sunday gave some advice while reacting to this, while making a video essay. He actually gives the same advice to Xander Hall that he gave to me, how to grow, that I should make some topical essay for people to react, that people will react to my video essay as well. So maybe if I do a nice video essay, President Sunday will react to it.
actually has more to do with the upload rate, that we've been uploading a lot more. And so that's obviously very helpful. But something I've noticed is, and this is a little bit worrying, but maybe it's not as worrying as I think. Maybe it's just a very temporary lull. Despite the extremely frequent uploads and the keeping to the schedule, video by video views and engagement for that matter have
If the X in his name. The X in my name is not just a symbol. The fucking tune. I'm more concerned about the L in his name right now, to be honest. I think the L in his name is a symbol of how much of a loser he is.
dropped substantially.
Okay.
If you check this out, you can see newest upload's this upload's actually doing all right. Like, it's like a 5 out of 10, it's doing okay. The engagement's not too high though, only 25 comments, that's pretty bad.
Monetization is limited, just notice.
Brab, I get more comments than that sometimes. I have almost 1,000. By the way, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Marichu. Hashtag subscribe to The Marichu. We're on the road to 1,000. I need to think of things to do when I hit 1,000. I have a few ideas. Check out all that shit. Hit like on the stream if you like the stream. You know you want to. You know you want to.
The likes are alright though, but pretty low comments. This video is actually doing very well comment-wise, but it's still struggling.
Oh, and also, from the future, like the video.
Enough out of my videos, the one that did really, really well was me getting that old newspaper article and talking about it, how the switch from old system to new system has left some people behind. That was a video that I expected to perform not so well, but it actually exceeded my expectations, the performance of that video, which...
It's not petty. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually think that song is that good. I think the music to Vorsh is actually pretty fucking great. Like, the guitar work in there is actually really quite nice, but it's called Vorsh and it's about Vorsh, so it's like...
Makes me think that maybe I should do more stuff that's around that kind of subject matter. Stories about people from the past, from various sources.
In terms of views, but it is still pretty new. But you can see that some of the newest videos in the last few days, besides this one Batman one, maybe they're just shitty topics, I don't know. Christian MAGA Shorts, AOC and Tim...
From what I've heard, he doesn't pick his own topics. Like, his editor always did it, and he had someone called Cherry, who I think was at least, like, experienced with this shit, and he's got someone new now. Here's my first piece of advice. Xander Hal does not edit his own stuff. Does he watch any of his own stuff? Does he ever watch himself back and hear the things he's saying? And sort of think during the process, here's the thing that maybe I wouldn't push so much next time. Here's the thing that kind of went nowhere, maybe that's not worth bringing up. Here's something I quite like, I should go harder on that particular point. You know, that kind of thing? But he doesn't do any of that shit. He doesn't watch. Like, I've heard other people theorize, so don't take this as gospel. But it kind of sounds like he just kind of stumbles out of bed, puts his computer on, and just like switches it on with a bit of a doob. Here's my second tip, by the way. Smoking weed before you stream doesn't work. Just don't do it. It's shit. It's shit when Xanderhal does it. It's shit when actual Jake does it. It's shit when fucking Alec Gunter does it. All of those people. Ethan is online. That would require inspection. True. But if he wants his channel to do better, that's a way. Improve your takes. Your takes are the problem. Who's going to watch Xanderhal? Like, bear in mind, it's like election season. He shouldn't be like struggling on election season, for one thing, because he's a leftist content creator. But they all talk about like the same stuff. An IRL friend. Yeah. I think I remember it was some guy, I don't know. And like, it's not been as good. Like, sometimes these people, they mention their editors, and I'm like, there's an editor? Like, the amount of weird shit, the amount of awkward shit that just get left in. I know I'm not perfect. I miss like fucking adverts and stuff occasionally. But I'm at least like hearing myself back and thinking about what I'm saying and stuff. I'm at least putting the fucking work in because it's my shit, you know? But like, these people, it's almost like they don't want to do anything. All they'll do is like stumble out of bed, open an email or whatever with whatever topics, and then just fucking sit there high out of their mind. Like, he should know. He should know why it's not working. He should know that all those things are contributing to that. But it seems like a lot of these people don't have much self-awareness, unfortunately.
Tim Walls playing games, the Vatican's new anime mascot, Greasy Chud thinking Batman's woke, Trump's New York rally
Oh yeah, she's much more attractive than I am, for sure.
being so racist he could lose in the election. These videos are all really underperforming, at least compared to the channel's past, despite everything being kept up with.
Oh, Olivia showed up in the chat, but she just said one thing and left. Like, Olivia's fine to be here if she's not, like, saying stuff that might get me banned, you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Tulin.
Both in terms of, like, viewers engaging.
I mean, that's the thing also, the channel's past. You cannot expect to keep doing the same thing and for it to always work. You have to innovate. You have to do
That's fair.
new things, right? You cannot exactly expect things to always go the same. You have to improve, I think. People get fed up, possibly. That is one possible explanation as to why they're underperforming.
With the videos when they watch them.
There are a million possible explanations, to be frank. Maybe it's the algorithm.
There are a million possible explanations. No, see, I disagree with that. There are a million possible explanations for why Xanderhal is not working. From what I can tell, and again, I don't know this person, that being Xanderhal. From what I can tell, there seems to be quite a few factors. One of which being that he seems to be a bit of a snake who will burn bridges without even talking to people. Things like the shoe on head shit. He threw his lot in with Vorsh, and that whole cabal completely imploded. Got in a massive fight with Keffels, where she actually almost seemed like the reasonable one for a while. And like, he's on his own because of that. Who does he collaborate with? I collaborate with more people than fucking Xanderhal does. Shouldn't he have a network or something? But he doesn't, because he's fucked off too many people. Then we get the fact that his takes are just not very good. Because he gets high and doesn't even really research anything, just brings things up and talks authoritatively enough that people think that because he's confident, he must be telling the truth. So to me, it's a mixture of things. It's the laziness, it's the unwillingness to actually look at his own shit and understand his own content. Because if you're not watching your own content, then I guess you don't care very much what other people are consuming, right? And yeah, there's a lot of factors. I think it's the laziness, the terrible reputation from snaking on people, the not very good takes, the fact that he's doing the same thing that so many other people are doing. But there's a million different things, it could be the algorithm. It's not the algorithm. He was a fucking trend chaser who got on the fucking alt-right pipeline shit because he left the alt-right. What was that guy's name? Faraday Speaks. I think he was the one that kind of started this whole thing. No idea where the fuck he is nowadays, but I used to see this kind of stuff because it was 2020. I was at home, you know. Oh shit, what was it? Faraday Speaks. It's this guy. I don't know if anyone remembers this guy. Faraday Speaks. He did this video about how he escaped the alt-right, and I guess he's fallen off now. Like, that was his thing. And then Xanderhal did the same thing. And that was how he got big. And he never capitalized. He was a Vorsch waiting room, you know what I mean? How do you make Keffel seem reasonable? I can't remember all the fucking drama now. He threw her under the bus over something or other. I think he was trying to get ahead of some of the stuff with like the Mutahar video. And he was gonna leak something that he ended up not leaking, and then his editor like leaked to stab him in the back later. So it was a whole fucking mess. Like, if you get involved in those kind of dramas that regularly, then again, that's gonna put people off. Sam Cedar. I cannot respect Sam Cedar. Ever since he heard that song by Tim Pool and decided it sounded like Nickelback. Like, I can't take fucking Sam Cedar seriously. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's you yourself.
It is him himself, Lucy. It is very much him himself. Enjoy the ad revenue. I think Faraday kind of rubber banded back to centrist position and got off the internet. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, if the two options are do that or become this, whatever the fuck Xanderhal is in 2024, then he probably did a lot better, honestly.
Burns literally everyone in his space while making an ass of himself. Then Pikachu faces when his audience leaves because he was just a waiting room for a larger creator.
True. Oh my god. Based fucking chatter. Everyone in his space. Burns literally everyone in his space while makes an ass of himself. Then Pikachu faces when his audience leaves because it's just a waiting room for a larger creator. That's true. That's true. Nailed it. There we go.
That is a pretty harsh way to describe a creator.
That's harsh? Do you know anything about fucking Xanderhal? Maybe this person's a Xanderhal fan. I don't actually know. On the plus side, he outlasted DJ Mule. Well, DJ Mule still makes stuff occasionally. Poor Xander. So many things conspiring on him against him and on his birthday. Anyway.
It's a waiting room for a larger creator. Would you, considering that I have a pretty small audience, I don't think I'm a waiting room for anybody. I feel like people that come to watch me do come to just watch me, not to wait for a bigger creator, especially since some of you are here when the bigger creators are live. So I feel that's a good sign, you know? I feel like that's a pretty positive sign in that regard.
True. Who am I a waiting room for? I'm gonna guess, I don't know, Buck Angel or some shit. Who streams a lot? I can't think of anyone. Let's just keep going.
I definitely feel like I could be improving a lot in certain key areas. Thank you, Emily. Yes, thank you. I will consider making more pre-made content that requires some discipline. I'm learning it. I'm learning this discipline, but I've got quite a lot of things to complete quickly on a short notice now.
And the actual view rate. Like, their very low rate of people clicking on the videos in order to, when they get them recommended. Like, if I actually go to analytics, here, let's look at the Lucy video. If we go to reach,
hold on,
overview here. Yeah, here we go. If we go to this, you can see.
Did I just hear him say Lucy video? Made a video about me?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got featured on Food Shops. I'm now the Mary Chew, as featured on Food Shops. I actually don't mind Food Shops, she's alright. And she was basically right. Like, she didn't really know the context because she watched that conversation I had with Olivia. I don't think she realized what the point of it was, and that I was just kind of following her down rabbit holes until I couldn't be asked anymore, and then just brought it back to what I was there to talk about, which was the shit she said about me. I don't get how so many people were willing to give Keffels money for a lie that was so obvious in the moment because they thought they were being good people, because they thought they were helping the transes. Like, people are easily manipulated.
Oh my gosh, a video has been made about me?
That... Wait, here, where's Reach? Yeah.
Lucy video.
Yeah, so you can see the impressions and click-through rate.
I want to see the Lucy video. Where's the Lucy video?
Show that about 6% of people who saw the video recommended actually clicked it in the first hour, dropped down to 4.2%, 4.6%, then 3.6%, 4%, 2.7%, 3.8%, 2.8%. So it's not even just YouTube demoting my videos more, people are clicking my videos less. And there's very few dislikes. Yeah, very few dislikes. No one's
Be more interesting.
unsubbing. So I don't know if it's just people are
Je ne sais quoi. That's fair enough. I think she might be Polish or something. I can't remember. So it's that in Polish, really, but I don't know Polish, so.
Dipping out of my channel or what? But
Kuva, nope, that's the only word I know.
I can say that engagement from fans has been lower in the last few days.
I mean, the overall strategy of Xander Hollis has been pointed out in this very chat, has not been very wise, to say the least. All the scandals, all the dramas, all the... This is, like, all the, I guess, to use the lingo of streaming, burning of bridges. I'm not sure how many bridges Xander Hall actually has that exist anymore.
None. Like, who's on his channel ever? Who is he, like... Who's done a guest appearance or collabed with Xanderhowl, like, recently? Because to me, listen, I'm not a fucking expert, you know? I've been doing this for 6 months. But, like, Xanderhowl he's just done everything wrong. Like, he's stagnated. He's become lazy. You know, you get a certain amount of subscribers and I guess think you can't do any wrong, and some idiots will still watch you regardless. So there you go, by the way. There you go, by the way. He thinks you're stupid. He thinks his audience is fucking stupid. And it's just lefty slop. And like, who does he ever work with? Who does he ever do a co-op commentary or an interview or anything like that with? Like, I don't know, I'm not seeing anyone. Because he fucks everyone off. You get lazy, you fuck everyone off in your like genre. Like, yeah, this is probably what's gonna happen, unfortunately.
With anybody. I mean, technically speaking, he, I guess, still has one with me, but we don't interact and I'm very small, so objectively speaking...
Listen, streamers should focus on trans people with misophonia. Just because then I'd get more attention. And attention is all I care about. Like, all of this shit, I don't give a fuck about any of this. I don't know who these people are.
There's really no benefit from him to be interacting with me. You know, to be quite harsh about it. There's nothing for a bigger creator to gain by, like, hanging out with me, apart from maybe helping me grow. Until I get much bigger, there's...
See, that's where we differ. There's plenty for bigger creators to fucking get from hanging out with me. Possibly. It depends if they like me. If you like me, you'll get loads out of it. If you find me annoying, which plenty of people do, that's fine. I don't begrudge them. Yeah, it depends on that.
Really no sort of this transactional benefit of hanging out.
Shouldn't you know what you'd bring? Like, shouldn't you know what, you know, if you were talking to a bigger creator, even if it is more like general things, I'll listen to trans voices for hours by choice. People talking doesn't tend to bother me unless they've got food in their mouth, but I can just click off. That's the other thing. I'm in control of this shit. I can just click off. It's easy. What was I saying? I was saying something and I can't remember. Yeah, you should probably know what you bring. I mean, you know, I think personally I bring a very different perspective and a kind of unique, like, humor. I don't know, like, off the top of my head. I don't know. Get more confidence. You should be more confident.
Out with me. I think you can, technically speaking, lose quite a bit by interacting with me in a certain way, because I've got this likability factor. So there's a possibility that if someone were to interact negatively with me, they stand to lose because I'm small and sort of likable, maybe.
Well, at least she's trying to think of something, you know. I don't know her well enough to say that's what I'd think of her, but hey, you know.
Lucy he's talking about was the Vatican new mascot. He means the video on the Vatican's new mascot, Luce, which he is pronouncing wrong. Lucy. Nah, he made a video on me. You don't have to. I know he made a video on me, come on. I know the truth of the matter. I know the objective truth of the matter. Do you remember when Xander Hall... Okay, let's step back. Do you remember when Vosh and Destiny had a falling out?
Oh, Xanderhowl had a conversation with Destiny after he and Vosh fell out. It was pretty cringe. It sounded like your kid complaining because you and his dad aren't together anymore, and you have to fucking explain it to him, and it's going to take hours, and you're probably going to get angry with him because he's not going to fucking get it.
That's the thing. Yeah. You've done actual groundwork. I have done some, I guess you could say that, but I feel like that's not enough. I feel like that's not really all that much, you know. I feel like I could be doing a lot more, but I feel like that's what we all feel, sort of. It feels to me like we all think that we could be doing.
If one was like Lucy Hayes, maybe. If one was like Xanderhal, definitely not, because he is going to die before me, and there's going to be almost no nutritional value out of this. Oh, thank you, Sekelo. Yeah, I don't know. I think not enough people talk candidly and honestly about trans issues, so I don't know. I think I could bring a lot potentially to any conversation. It just depends who it is. Some people I'm going to vibe with, and some people I'm not. It's the same with anyone. But like, who the fuck does this person like talk to? I bet even this Lucy Hayes person has probably had more like guests on her show than fucking Xanderhal.
Doing more, and instead of thinking about doing more, we could just be doing more. If that makes sense.
So I understand that. That's why the Discord exists. We're like, you can actually see, by the way, there's a separate analytics section where the majority of my views come from Discord. From people clicking the Discord notifications, not from YouTube, suggestions, or like pop-ups in the sub
That's
feed.
not really a good sign, though. If the majority of your views comes from the Discord, that's not usually how it happens, I think. I don't think that's a good sign that the majority of the views are from the Discord.
It's probably true for me too, but like I said, Xanderhal has 91k subscribers. I'm approaching 1k, so...
So the Discord server is pretty much what is...
Then again, I'm not an expert in this, okay? I don't think I'm particularly good at this, considering my views and my viewership and my numbers. So take what I say with a giant grain of salt. I'm just gonna say that. But listen, I do like to still introspect a little bit and engage in the conversation. You really think someone like Hassan or Vash gonna actually go to a political rally unless for PR for being paid by an org? I don't know. Actually, on one of these political things of these farmer marches, I've been
I really cannot imagine someone like Hassan showing up at like a political rally. I think, haven't I seen him stand awkwardly around a Palestine protest for a while and then leave?
slightly gassed, and a ball was thrown at me and it hit me in the face. Like that protest was when the police actually engaged in cracking down on the protesters, you know? This is actually one of these moments when having a press thing would have helped me a lot, because I just filmed everything with my phone. I was not really anyone. I was basically a protester as far as the police was concerned. So whenever the police moved in on everybody, there was a non-zero chance that they would have, I don't know, smashed me with a bat or sprayed me straight in the eyes with gas.
My guess is nothing like that happened, by the way. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Peter Hopkins.
You're anti-trans.
You're anti-trans now, I guess. Thank you.
And I've actually kept myself very close to the police line. So there were...
I don't quite get misophonia. Is it just a discomfort around these noises, or is it worse? So, like, for me, when I hear, like, certain kinds of noises, it just sets off, like, a fight or flight response, like, immediately. And, like, it's a bit random. Oh, yeah, he got kicked out of the TNC, shit. Yeah, it's a bit random. Sometimes I'll just get a bit irritable or, like, look around suddenly. And then sometimes it's like just instant fucking overwhelming rage. I just can't stand it. Like, I've been having therapy recently and mostly learning that DBT is not helpful for misophonia. And yeah, like I was like listening to a video of like someone like chewing on stuff and things like that. And like I just feel uncomfortable. It's hard to explain. Like, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like something's, like, pulling on my ears. I can't think straight. Like, if something's, like, going off and I'm trying to do something, it'll just completely cut through my concentration. And it's probably one of the reasons I get so agitated. And it's kind of... The other thing about it is it's only ever gotten worse as I've gotten older. So, like, it started around when I was about 10 or something like that. And the list of things that set me off has just gotten exponentially larger. And the kind of responses that I give have been so much worse, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just like an instant, like, extreme, like, agitation response, you know? M&S advert. Oh, I can't remember, unfortunately. But hi, Rayfon.
A few moments when they started moving towards the protesters, and I was like, oops, I better move away. I mean, and by move away, run away, because they actually moved towards the crowd of the protesters fairly quickly, so I had to skedaddle to sort of get out of the way. Get out of range.
Wow, sounds like you're really in danger.
Fully keeping the YouTube channel going right now in terms of new viewers, or not new viewers, but returning viewers, because YouTube's just not telling you guys when I go live or upload. So that's
I'm not very responsible when it comes to keeping myself out of harm's way, I think. Which is probably, there are things that I probably should not do unless I develop some sort of...
pretty rough. Hopefully the stint of YouTube hating the channel ends, but if it doesn't...
YouTube hating the channel, you're such a pussy. Fucking get over it. Is this what happens? No, I'm not going to say that. Oh, that's okay, Snowfall. Like, a lot of people don't understand it, and some people think it's just made up, and some people think I'm trying to be, like, difficult or trying to control people's lives and tell them what to do, which I have no interest in doing. I don't care to control people. I just have these issues, and I can't do anything much about it. You can't, I don't want to say you can't get it diagnosed in the UK, but as far as I know, I have no, like, pathway towards it that wouldn't involve spending money, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have the money for that, and I don't know what it would achieve anyway, really.
Oh no, another person that says that that YouTube is after them directly. Who was the person whose video I was watching? Who was that content creator that did a whole video complaining how YouTube wants to destroy her because she's trans? Who was that?
I actually feel like it's usually rightoids that do that. Like, oh, YouTube's got it in for me. They're trying to censor me and stuff. And like sometimes they might have a point, but hey, it's the classic unself-aware YouTuber. Oh, it's because YouTube hates me. Blah blah blah. Like, it's just so weak. And it's hilarious that he's still, like, fucking ripping off Vorsh's, like, shtick wholesale, even though they're not friends anymore.
Lucy, please try to be safer. Jesse Gender, yeah. Yeah, I'll try to be safer. Definitely, I'll try to be safer. I mean, I am, most of the time, very much safe. Very much safe. I don't think I can say that I am exposed to danger much in life.
There we go. Not all of us are oppressed. We're fine. There we go. Thank you.
Like that police thing with the protest, with the violent protest, was like it was a pretty big exception to the usual rule of how my life plays out.
You know, this person does actually show a bit of brain, and not in that way. They actually seem to have a brain. They're smarter than Xanderhal. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah, I was just complaining about Jesse Gender, and now Xanderhal joins the crowd of saying, "Oh wow,
Oh, Jessie Gender's a fucking pussy. Of course she's crying about YouTube hating her. Fuck that shit.
Stats are down, my things are down, the engagement is down." What takeaway could I take from this? Maybe something about improving my content.
People don't give a fuck about this woke shit anymore. That's why. Almost all of those channels, like Jessie Gender, people like that, they've all like fallen off. Like they get decent numbers and shit, but most of them, it's like their best years are like far in the rearview mirror at this point. It's the same with Jammy Dodger. Let me just check Jessie Gender because I'm interested now. "25% on the UK is on one antidepressant of another." I guess that sounds about right. "Why leftists should vote. I get why you don't." Okay, sure. Whatever. Let's see. Popular, 266k subscribers, bear in mind. 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. 8 months ago, that's not too bad. 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago. Yeah, people are not interested in this shit anymore. No, I don't want to watch the fucking trailer, man. And then... yeah, well, I mean... how many J.K. Rowling videos do we need? You know what I mean? Pro-Israel. I guess that's kind of a hot topic, but... I don't know. How many cultoid opinions do you need on that shit? How many cultoid opinions do you need on fucking Elon Musk? Like, I'd be honestly more impressed by a fucking trans leftist fucking creator that doesn't talk about Elon Musk at this point.
Content, anything that I could do on my end. No, it's the obvious conclusion is YouTube hates my channel in particular. It's not even a commentary on the wider ecosystem of
She's right here. We're cooking right now, fully.
YouTube, what the algorithm incentivizes, what sort of content is being promoted, what sort of content is not being promoted. No, it's about YouTube hating Xanderhal, apparently. It's very interesting analysis, I have to say. YouTube hates me.
No self-awareness.
be completely real with you guys. If it doesn't, by the end of the year, channel's done.
Xanderhal, not this person. I don't know enough about this person to say. She's smarter than fucking Xanderhal, that's for sure. The thing is, though, it's whether you can see it in yourself. It's being able to see this kind of issue in other people is easier than you think. It's much easier to solve other people's problems than your own problems. But hey, I don't have to, listen, I don't have any problems. I do, but like, not on YouTube. I'm doing good. Listen, we're on the way to okay, where I was sailing with the wind behind us is good.
Done. Legit. Like, if YouTube doesn't, like, let
So
the channel...
Xanderhal gives YouTube 1 month. You have 1 month, YouTube. If not, I'm done. I'm done doing content. I mean, okay, sure. Why not? Why not, Xanderhal?
What's Xanderhal gonna do? I don't think he has any, like, work experience or anything. Which calls into question, like, why he makes statements about, like, society and how it should work and stuff when he doesn't even fucking interact with anyone. Pretty much. I don't know.
Live, if it decides to keep this going at the rate that we're going, well before the end of the year. The
I'm gonna
channel...
keep going, thanks to all of you, quite frankly.
Yeah, so before the end of the year, we all have to help Xanderhal, okay? We need Xanderhal to acknowledge that it was me that saved him. And he's gonna have to owe his life to a gender-critical trans woman. Hi, Hillary Clinton, how you doing?
Who's supported by donations, etc. And there's the life-saving currency power differential that Dr. John says pointed out.
Channel's not going to be viable anymore.
So for me, it's viable. I'm going to be honest.
It's the vape.
For me, this whole thing is viable. And if things don't, I can always do something on the side as well to gain some money. So that's always an option, that I can stream and do something on the side. That's, some activity that would bring me in money. Like, Greater Rain has given me quite a good option. I could do transcriptions between doing various activities and to earn some extra cash. And there's always some sort of like a solution or a thing you can do to sort of move to a better place in your overall situation.
Well before the end of the year, I'll have to go the way of Sirus. I'm sorry, guys, but YouTube has been active.
They'll have to go the way of Sirus. We'll come back to this because this is that's another subject.
Making changes as of late to make things damn near impossible to be a small lefty creator. It's everybody's got to chip in with their likes and their comments, or it just doesn't work. It's why Sirus...
There we go. Everyone, help Xanderhal. We need the Mary Chu community to have Xanderhal's back, even though he sucks.
Recently quit YouTube. He recently had to step away because...
Sirus had much different reasons why... Also, Sirus did not quit. Did Xanderhal watch that video?
Yeah, so this Sirus person, who his avatar is like a cartoon teenage girl with massive boobs, made this video saying, I am done. We're going to have a look at it a little bit later, though. I'm not a fan of this person. I've seen one video, to be fair. I've got one more just to have a look and see if he changed any. But, like, yeah, it's left slop. It's not addressing any shit. It's just playing word games. That's all I can remember from it. It's pretty cringe. And he's also a little bit too old to be making this kind of shitty content, but hey.
He said that he would lower the volume of content because the content that he was doing was about things that personally sort of... It wasn't just about the numbers. It was also about the fact that the topics he was...
Yeah, like what? I don't know. The internet isn't going to be the same without Xanderhal, you know what I mean?
Discussing the... subject matter was sort of affecting him negatively on an emotional level. Just said that all the negative things that he talked about a lot made him upset. And, if the content that you produce makes you upset, if talking about bad situations in the world, bad people in the world, if commenting on negative things that are part of our daily experience upsets you to the point that it negatively affects your mental health, then it's probably better not to do it, right? Or do it less. If what you're doing...
Stop being a pussy. That's a joke.
If you have no passion for it, or if it's straight up, it's not even a matter of passion. If you straight up just affects you negatively, a certain type of content creation, then you're better off stepping away. And Sirus did not quit. He explicitly said he was not quitting, saying that he will simply pump out less content, okay, and focus on different type of content. That is what he actually said. He did not quit. I've watched the video.
Yeah, unfortunately. Anyway.
I've watched the video. You know, he did not quit, so I can tell you that much. He did not quit. Just going through a restructuring, you could say. More like. And that's fine, you know? But it goes a little bit deeper than about YouTube
Yeah, we've made this point, come on.
hating. Oh, that's cool, great, alright. Maybe you can hit me up with a link. Or maybe you can work something out.
Fight, grinding as hard as he could. The engagement and the support from YouTube just wasn't enough. So I'm hoping we don't have to go that way. I'm gonna keep grinding like
That's
crazy.
such a simplification of what happened with Sirus. That's a very...
Okay.
Just watch the
I don't care.
video. Whole segment of the video. There's a what to say. I'm not quitting was
YouTube is kind of the and so is my editor.
I mean, Xanderhal getting a fact wrong, that's like water being wet. Like, we don't need to spend that long on it, come on.
But if it gets to that point, then there's not much I'll be able to do, guys. YouTube is kind of the arbiter of everything, and the only way you guys can change that algorithm is to engage. Sirus is still making videos, though?
Yes. It's not up to the creator to actually create.
So it's not the problem of YouTube, it's the problem that his fucking audience doesn't give a shit about him anymore. I love how he comes so close to getting it. Oh, my audience doesn't care anymore. Maybe I should improve something. But no, it's YouTube's fault. YouTube just hates him, I guess. Like, wait, but I've been doing the exact same shit for 4 years, getting stoned out of my mind and then giving fucking mid-as-fuck takes about the same shit that Vorsh already talked about. What could possibly be going wrong? I don't know.
Create more engaging content. No. I'm gonna shame you people into engaging more.
Yeah, see, yeah, she's right here. Listen, we're making the same point. That's fair enough.
Okay, cool. That's cool. DM it to me on Discord. Don't send it on the stream chat.
We need to get a bunch of masculine women together to hold an intervention for the HIV boy here. What's his name? Xanderhal. Excuse me. We need to get an intervention of masculine women together because they seem to be the only people that he listens to. So hey.
That's good to hear. YouTube has been doing it to almost all lefty creators. That's true, yeah.
Oh, it's not even just him, it's all lefty creators. Oh, YouTube doesn't like the left, guys. Oh, me and my comrades were being held down by the man, that being YouTube. Like, fuck off, bro. It's because all of you are boring. This breadtube shit was cool back in like 2018 or something. It's not cool anymore. The trans conversation is like turning on its head. And you're holding the fucking fort for shit that no one likes anymore. For shit that people are moving away from. You're a dime a dozen creator who shits on Donald Trump and like Elon Musk and stuff like that. You could watch any number of people doing that shit. There doesn't need to be fucking 20 million of these fucking people. If they're falling off in large amounts, that's probably why. Because you're all the same and it's boring.
Not only that, the constant coverage of politics is hurting Sirus' mental health. I can imagine that's a pretty negative impact too, yeah.
Someone mentioned.
I saw that.
Someone mentioned the topic of of mental health. I don't know. I don't think that's saying.
He'll just cry and piss like he did to every chick he's talked to. Yeah, true. Been a while for him, hasn't it? I remember that Lani person. You remember Lani? Maybe because he could be gone. I might never be able to react to him again because he might be gone. But like, I don't know. You know what I mean? This was a long time ago.
Just nodding their head as if you're a child and going along with what they're saying, but not actually internalizing any of it and like introspectively considering what you're saying. So like a Cheeto sounds to me kind of like that, like a good person on the outside, but like intellectually, and I guess just nodding their head as if you're a child and going along with what they're saying, but not actually internalizing any of it and like introspectively considering what you're saying. So like a Cheeto sounds to me kind of like that, like a good person on the outside, but like intellectually.
He did it to Lani and got in a dumb feud with Merrick because she was in an FD Signifier video. Yeah, he's the kind of guy, he's like, oh, you talked to that person once? We're completely fucking through. Trans Agency would be like, yes, very much. And in that video, you hear Lani being like, why don't you ever puke in the toilet? It's like, how many times has this happened? How many times has he fucking Ralphed on the fucking floor? Oh, my partner quite likes a Cheeto. He's alright, to be fair. I've heard that he's, like, not amazing on facts occasionally, but I don't know, he seems alright. Like, I watch drama content rather than any of the kind of shit that I make, quite honestly.
Instead of I should do something with my content, you should engage people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking, hey, subscribe, like, but you're turning it around into there's nothing I have to do on my end. It's you guys, you're failing me and my channel by not engaging. Come on, that's a little bit much, isn't it? That's a little bit too much, I think. Calm down, Xander Hall. Christmas is coming up. Ad revenue spikes during that time. Nice. The delicious ad revenue.
Tommy Brunel, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, Arnold is base. Like, even though he ran as a
There we go. We need 1K for Christmas.
Republican when he was governor of California, he has constantly been based.
Based.
He has a Magic the Gathering channel now. Cool.
Cool.
Pug. Knowing YouTube now, that's probably
I really enjoy drama content. I don't want to make it so much. I guess I do some, but like it's not like the focus so much.
going to succeed more than political content will on the
thing is, like, drama content is kind of similar to like leftoid content. There's a lot of different people that do it, and I guess different people have different personalities they prefer. Like, I tend to watch like Chud Logic or Queeman. But yeah, you know.
left.
I mean, political content
And that sounds like an Onision.
was never the top
He does actually.
content on YouTube. Let's be honest about that. Like, political content has never been the winning ticket when it comes to building a huge channel with huge money, okay? That's never been the case. Has Xander Hall just woken up to that fact, that political
It's never been the case. Yeah, but he started doing this because of Daddy Destiny, and Daddy Destiny does make a lot of money off of this shit. And I think Vorsh did pretty decently as well. I don't know what he's like nowadays, because who the fuck cares about Vorsh? I'm amazed anyone like watches him still, but
content has never been this money-making machine. Of course. Like, come on. Give me a break. What do you mean, knowing YouTube now, the Magic the Gathering will make a lot more money than political content? That was always the case.
the thing is, it's more your personality than anything else that matters. Like, if this guy does like Magic the Gathering content, is it going to be any better? Because it's still the same guy. That seems to be more the problem. It's the charisma vacuum and the complete lazy fucking shit that he does on stream that he expects money for. What's this quail goal? How long has this quail thing been going on for? He's still got the quail goal. When was the fucking quail thing from? That was him talking to Chad Logic after the Lani conversation. He was gonna get a quail farm, like do some animal husbandry and talk about politics. Does anyone else remember that? Like, doesn't seem like he got very far on that, unfortunately.
That's always been the case. Wake up to reality, Xander Hall. That's my more aggressive commentary on that part, because I feel like that's the case. My feels over reels tell me that's the case.
You know what? She was being kind of spineless earlier. Oh, there's millions of reasons why he's failing. There really isn't. But she's grown some. That's nice. I think we had a brief like back and forth, because I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with transports. I think she stopped responding after a short while, which is fair enough. I don't expect anyone to fucking debate me in their comments. But yeah, that's about it. I've never watched one of her videos. She doesn't seem that bad, honestly. But then she's talking about something I agree with her on. Like, I imagine if there was a video that was much more on like trans identity and stuff, would probably butt heads, I guess.
Okay? My wit, my gut, my instincts tell me that's the case. And you can agree or disagree, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. You know I'm correct.
Yeah, it could have something to do with the current YouTube CEO being friends with Elon Musk. That probably has a pretty...
Yes, Underhal. The reason you're falling off is because the YouTube CEO is friends with Elon Musk. Yes, that is definitely it. That's definitely it. Elon Musk definitely knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah, it could have something to do with the current YouTube CEO being friends with Elon Musk. That probably
Is he like fucking delusional? This is what I mean. Does he not hear the shit that comes out of his mouth? Like, maybe to a friend, this doesn't seem so bad. But, like, I couldn't listen to myself say that shit. It'd be a shame if he had to get off the internet before he could start that quail farm. Yeah, the quail shit. How long has this been going on for? I need to find it now. Because he was, like, bigging this idea up, and Chad Logic was there pretending it wasn't kind of dumb. The other problem is, he's such a fucking drama cow, Xander Hal. But it's like, I don't know, it's gonna take me ages to find this shit. Oh, there it is, there it is.
I have 12.
So he had this girlfriend that was older than him. There was some stuff about drugs, which honestly they were probably both into. And he had this conversation with Chad Logic, but at the end he was talking about, like, wanting to be a quail farmer.
And you're basically LARPing about, you know, nothing that's going to be pretty cheap. You got free egg. I have an ad that I won't talk to her, but like, talked about it on Twitter. Maybe she's done. She's probably asleep, yeah. I mean, that's what she said on Twitter, but I haven't talked to her and I don't intend to. I just want her out of my life. That's this story.
Let's go. What's the uplifting part?
So,
The uplifting part. So we've done the breakup. Talk to Chad Logic. Yeah, but why are you fucking, like, ditching your girlfriend, though? Fucking retard. And now we're doing the happy bit.
I have an uncle back in Florida who raises quail, or raised quail. He had to stop because his job, he got a new job and it's too much work. He can't be home enough to raise them anymore. But raising quail is not exactly hard. And, you know, it seemed like pretty fun, pretty cheap. You got free eggs every single day because female quail lay an egg a day, and they're these cute little eggs. They're like the size of ping pong balls. They taste like a normal chicken egg, but they're nice and light and fluffy. And I just really like the idea of animal husbandry. And so my plan is to go the fuck up to probably, like, I'm thinking north of Seattle, or maybe probably actually south, because I want to be near Mount Rainier. I like the big lonely mountain from the Hobbit type feel. And I'm also closer to a lot of my friends there. A lot of political streamers are obviously up in Seattle and everything. And
Not his friends anymore. Yeah, he wanted to be a quail farmer. There we go.
it has a pretty like
That was 2 years ago, apparently.
strong negative impact.
Uh-oh, Elon Musk. Uh-oh. Oof. That does explain a few things in my mind, yeah. Ouch. That does explain a few things, actually.
Please tell me you're not. Please tell me you're joking. Like, does YouTube have any way of knowing what's, like, left-wing and right-wing content? Like, maybe from the titles and thumbnails and stuff? But I'm really not sure. This is, like, conspiracy. Like, and you're sat there like, oh, that would explain. Well, tell us. Explain to the rest of us. Don't just be like, oh, yeah, because it's left shit. Like, come on. I'm into animal husbandry. Listen, I have a guinea pig, so I'm very, very into animal husbandry. I also adopted a herd of deer, so.
But like, once again,
What?
Like, please tell me she's joking, though.
I will say this. Those things do not really affect you, Xander Hall. Like,
Okay, no. Whether she's joking or not, she has at least brought it around. Fair enough.
you sort of could make a case that the CEO of YouTube being friends with Elon Musk could possibly affect people that cover stuff like war in Ukraine. Because Elon Musk also, as it turns out, has some interesting connections to Moscow, so.
it's not just YouTube. Is there a way where I can see? It's a lefty content viewer problem too. For instance, not even everyone watching the stream right now is hit.
Yeah, everyone's bored of you. Everyone's bored of lefty content. BreadTube was cool like fucking years ago. It's not evolved. It's the same shit. It's just gotten stale. Ironically, BreadTube getting stale. Like, most of them, like, moved on. Why do I like deer so much? I don't know. I think I find them relatable because they're very people avoidant. And, like, they're the kind of animals that they, like, hear a cracking noise from about 3 miles away and immediately fucking run away. Oh, muntjac deer, yeah. You get them around here. You get most kinds around here that you can get in the UK. Because yeah, there's a big woodland area. There's a big woodland area right near me. But I don't know, I like them. I think they're cute. I think they're really beautiful. And I find wild animals a bit more interesting than like domesticated ones. Just because we know a bit less about them. And it's especially interesting to me when they're like relatively intelligent, which deer actually are. Like, people think they're not. But if you're a deer, you don't know what a fucking road is. And if some fucking car headlights suddenly appear in your face, you don't know what the fuck that is, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. They get hit by cars a lot, but they get blinded a lot, so I don't know. I like them. I like them. I watch, like, videos and stuff. You get, like, little baby fawns, like, bleating and stuff. It's hilarious.
The like button. We have less likes than
Lefty content viewer problem. You're the problem, viewers. You're the...
Yeah, the problem is, most of the lefty content viewers from 4 years ago have, like, moderated. Because, like, the lefty shit, the far left shit in the UK and the US is, like, useless as far as I can tell. The best they had was, like, Bernie Sanders and Corbyn over here, and it failed. It didn't work. Like, you know, it... And they've done nothing since. Like, we've got the fucking Green Party here, but people aren't really voting for the Green Party because they never do. It's all just trans people now. So yeah, I don't know. He should be able to understand why this shit has stagnated, and being a dime a dozen Trump hating streamer, Elon Musk hating streamer, shitting on people that say they don't like trans people or what the fuck ever, shitting on trans people for not having the correct opinions. You know, it's just old, it's stale, it's boring. People don't want to watch this shit.
The problem. If you don't like my stuff, you're the problem. Let me refresh Let me refresh. How many likes have I got? Let's see if you're the problem or not. How many likes?
If you like my stream, you should like my stream. When's he start talking again? I'm not gonna spend much longer on this.
A second of a person's effort. Have you taken that into consideration? That these things are earned? Xander Hall?
Yep. That is what...
Okay.
100, which means less than like little over 10%, sorry, of people who've gone into the stream today chose to hit the like button, despite it taking half a second.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. Feel shamed. Feel shamed if you have not pressed like yet. I'm joking. But please like.
That is what...
Okay, that's cool. Maybe you don't deserve those likes. Have you considered that, Xander Hall? Maybe you just don't deserve the likes. Maybe you should...
He's just kind of speculating and shit talking, but it's kind of actually true. Like, I've long got the impression that he's super lazy and just, like, does this, and then, like, what the fuck else does he do, you know? Like, it is possibly one of those situations where you get out what you put in. I don't want to go too much further, because, yeah, I've got the measure of this for the most part.
That's the case, then why complain? You know what you're signing up for.
Likes and their comments don't count when there's millions that are being included in an algorithm to account for things, and so they don't get involved. And so lefty channels have always had really low engagement and had a really hard time existing online, like going back
Cope to
the beginning, because...
Well, then if you know that's the case, then why complain? You know what you're signing up for. You cannot just shift the blame on viewers. That's ridiculous. It's just... Okay. I mean, you do what you want. Let's see what the comments say.
Yeah, why isn't this fucking niche fucking... Why isn't his niche politics getting him fucking riches beyond his wildest dreams? It's a mystery. Is there anything else to this?
The coming months, the channel has to be retired.
Not months. Months, Xander Hall.
And I am forced to leave the internet and go work at, like, McDonald's or something.
There we go. Could be him serving your next Big Mac. Amazing. Opens Hassan's stream down. They're really struggling for viewers out here. Well, Hassan is his own thing though, right? And like, I don't know what crossover like someone like Xanderhal has with Hassan. Maybe a little bit. I mean, isn't Xanderhal more of a liberal than like a leftist? But like, even so, he's doing a pretty niche thing. And like, what does he expect, honestly?
Don't worry, I'll have a spot for you in my concentration camp. Thanks, Pastor Huckleberry, aka conservative class pet.
There we go. We can go in with the deviants and the gays and the AIDS patients, which is what he is. That's a joke. That's a joke, and not even my joke. There we go, Xander Howell. Yeah, I'll be sad. I'll be sad if he goes. We need Xander Howell in our lives. No one else brings the... Yeah, I can't think of anything. Let's just fucking move on. Who cares about fucking Xander Howell? How are we doing? How are we doing? Offline Hassan lobbyers. No, that's like Mike from PA and stuff. Zanderhal was the Vorsch waiting room. I mean, I guess you could be right, I'm not sure, but I don't know. Is there that few people that give a shit about leftism on the internet? Well, maybe it's a sign, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a sign that he's wasting his fucking time. But yeah, here we go, Zanderhal, poor guy. Gotta be. Used to watch the Queer Kiwi. God, unlucky. I used to like Zanderhal when I was, didn't do a bunch of them. Yeah, I always thought that was more like Mike and like Denims and stuff. He might do it as well, who fucking knows. I don't keep up with him as much as I used to. I used to like Zanderhal in like 2020. He definitely was a Vorsch waiting room. If he was someone else's waiting room as well, I didn't personally know about it. But hey, you could be right. Vorsch. Sorry, am I supposed to say Vaush? Oh, no. English people all say Vosh. I don't know why. Like, whenever Chud Logic is talking about Vorsch, he says Vosh. It's really weird to me. Fucking Vosh. I don't know. I need to talk loudly to do my, my Chud Logic impression. Oh, we watched some of this Blair White video, and it sucked. Almost nothing. Oh, no, this is a different one. Shit. We watched a recent one about her, and it sucked. But yeah, we got 1.4k from an hour ago, 6.7k. Listen, I don't have anything that's reached 6.7k. 7.5. I mean, geez. 91.6k subscribers. Vorsch. I say like Vorsh. Vorsch. Vorsprung Dirk Technik. That's the one. Making a reference to Brittany Ventes. Oh, I gotcha. 2.9k. I do have videos of more than that. 2.8k. AOC and Tim Walz streaming games on Twitch. It's peak politics. Oh, hi, Sky. So this person, Zanderhal, we just got done talking about him. He's thinking of quitting YouTube if his views and stuff don't improve over the next month or two. And then we've got someone else I'm going to talk about in a short while who's not quitting exactly, but I don't know, giving mixed messages. But yeah, I don't know if you know who Zanderhal is. This is the kind of fucking slop that I'm used to, because there were all these fucking Destiny wannabes, and a lot of them turned out to be, like, ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know. Zanderhal, there we go. Oh, do you know who Vorsch is? He used to hang out with Vorsch.